It's the last episode of Season 2, and we've got some big decisions to make. Yes, hello, welcome on into Livestreams Sports here for another episode of Glory Hunter on Football Manager 22. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button for more daily Football Manager content. And if you missed the last episode, go and check it out. We played in the quarter-final of the Europa League, and if you can already see that this is the last episode of this season, you can probably work out it didn't go particularly well. So go check out to find out why. Yes, we were knocked out by Sporting in the last episode, and we just played through the rest of the season apart from the last game, which we'll show you today. And you can see we had one draw against Bologna, disappointing. We lost to Inter 2-1, and on the other side of that, we had a 2-0 win over Torino, 5-1 over Parma, 3-0 over Verona, 3-1 over Atalanta, 3-1 over Perugia. And since that Parma game, we changed the system, and it's a system that I think is working quite well. We have changed to a 4-4-2 diamond, a 4-1-2-1-2 you could call it, I suppose. Similar sort of style we're playing, just change where the players are, basically. Instead of having two wide players and a central striker, two strikers and one behind them, instead of having five across the back, we've moved that midfielder further forward to play as a ball winner. And I must admit, it's working quite well for us. Partnering Abraham with Sesko up front has got Abraham a hell of a lot more goals. He's on 25 now. Remember, he was sitting around 17 goals in the last episode. He hadn't scored for a while. Well, he's found his shooting boots since then, and that's mainly because he's been playing up alongside Sesko. Them as a partnership that was working very well. However, today Tammy Abraham is injured, so it will be Jan Thielman that's partnering Sesko up front. So yes, we'll just quickly get into this game and talk you through some stuff while the game is happening. There's some interesting goings-ons that could be interesting for Season 3, as I mentioned. We are confirmed in third place, there was no surprise about that. Inter and Juventus miles ahead, and us miles ahead of fourth place. This is the team we're going to go with today, though, in this new formation. Patricio will still be in goal. You can see he's starting to decline, so he might not be here next year. Zagadou and Romagnoli at centre-back. Lazaro on the right-hand side, Christensen on the left, Veretout, Camavinga, Pellegrini, the midfield three, Zaniolo in behind Thielman, and Sesko. Let's go into it. Let's hope for a win to end the year against Empoli. So as you can see, Inter Milan 96 points, Juventus 87, ourselves 77, and Napoli on 69 points. So Inter possibly going to have a 99-point season. Never a chance, I don't think, that we were ever going to be winning the league if they're going to have form like that. They've only lost one game all year, so yeah, disappointing not to win the league. But, you know, if you see Inter doing what they were doing, it's, I suppose, no surprise. There is some possible jobs up for grabs for next year as we work our way through here, but I'm not sure if I want to leave just yet. I feel as if we might have some unfinished business the way that life's been going at Roma, and I would like to try and finish that, especially since we've now qualified for the Champions League. Might have a little bit more money behind us in the transfer market, might be able to go for a few more people and maybe try to just push this squad good enough, not to win the Champions League, but to win the Cup, to win the SerieA. That'd be the aim, but we've got 20-point difference to topple Inter here. Could be pretty tricky indeed. As I say, though, there are other jobs coming up very possibly. Carlo Ancelotti's job's under threat at Real Madrid. I don't imagine we'd get the job. We don't have enough honours, I don't think, to get that job, but if we want to be interested in, he's in third position at the moment in La Liga, and if he did lose his job, maybe interested. There's a few international jobs coming up as well, including Wales and the USA. Not really jobs that we're going to be winning any competitions with, but maybe something that we could cut our teeth with in international football. Remember, we've got to try and win the Euros and the World Cup as well over the course of 20 years. But yeah, lots to think about between now and the next episode, or when this episode ends, I should say. As Sesko's in behind here, and he plays it back to Thielman, and that's a fantastic save for the goalkeeper, and the ball's cleared away. But yeah, lots to think about once this episode finishes and before Season 3 starts. Here we go. Empoli, who have been in the back foot most of the game, they have a chance here. Dalbert with it. Plays it across to Haas. And Morami on this right-hand side tries to get past our boy Christensen, and he does. And Koric headed that off the bar. Nearly 1-0 down in a game that we're dominating. We've had that happen so often to us this year, haven't we? Christensen has really developed since we brought him to the club on that left-hand side. Spinazzola's not played the second half of the year, to be honest. Camavinga, Zaniolo, Pellegrini. Can he get the ball out wide? And he tries to throw it to Thielman. And their keeper launches it long here. It's headed back in, but Pellegrini gets a hold of it. Finds Sesko. He's in behind the defence now. Can Sesko get his 10th of the season? He goes round the keeper, goes out wide, back to Pellegrini, who will hit this. That was a shot with the inside of his right foot that curved to the right hand. Good effort. And we reach half time and the score still 0-0, even though we've dominated the game. Go and put on a worthy display, I say to the team. And we'll see if they do that in the second half. If not, we can make some changes. But Sesko's on a 7.6 average rating just behind my face there. It's not bad for a striker. 7.7 now. Not bad for a striker who hasn't scored. Veretout finds Camavinga. And Christensen, can he get past his man? No, he plays it all the way back to Romagnoli. And they'll try again. Veretout. Pellegrini. Forward to Sesko. He looked like he might have been offside, but he's in behind. A good save for the keeper. Doesn't look like we're going to score a goal today, does it? It really does not. Let's make some changes in that midfield. Pellegrini can come off and we'll bring on Dani Ceballos to play in there. Coutinho can come on for Zaniolo. And we'll take off Camavinga as well and we'll put on Brian Cristante. Triple change in that midfield. Hopefully some more chances created. Now that we've got some fresh legs on in there. Pellegrini with it here. He's through in a goal. Can he shoot? He can. Oh, it's just about cleared away. So many shots and still no goals. We've gone attacking for the last 15 minutes. The ball launched forward. Christensen wins the header and Sesko has it. Cristante now. Ceballos. Veretout. Zagadou now. Valentino Lazaro on that right hand side. He's been playing it right back for the last month. He's been playing pretty well out there. Thielman with it into Coutinho. Cristante's through and goal, and Cristante gets his second of the season. He doesn't often score for us, but he has today his second goal of the year, and we lead 1-0. See, nice pass of football on that right hand side. Thielman gets it, comes in field, finds Coutinho, through to Cristante, and the midfielder does not track his run. And we lead 1-0 here with 10 minutes to go now as Empoli have changed the formation. But Veretout swings in the corner to the front post and it's flicked on. Coutinho will collect this. This will be the last game for us because we're not going to take on the option to buy him. Coutinho swings the ball in and it's headed, just saved, or off the post or off the bar or somewhere. But all I know is it's not in. Yeah, we're not going to take up the option to buy Coutinho for 22 million. I'm going to try and be a bit more financially sensible. Not worth the money, and he's certainly not worth the wages. Other loan players who've got, and obviously Lazaro is going to be signing permanently, so he'll be an option on that right hand side for us as he clears it off the line. We're not going to bring in Odriozola either, even though we have the option of bringing him in on a permanent deal. Cole Palmer, we're not going to bring him in either, even though we have the option of a permanent deal. The same with Tavares. So a lot of these loan players will be going back. Camavinga staying here for 2 years, remember. Then at the end of those 2 years, we have the option for 77 million to bring him in. So we might, as Sesko gets himself a goal. As I was mentioning, Sesko scoring some goals. He gets one late on in the game here. Camavinga's a brilliant player. So if you could bring him in for 77, if we're still here in season 4, because you know we might win everything we need to and we can move on. But if we still are here, then yeah, we might sign him for the 77 million should we have it. Though to be honest, looking at some of our transfer budgets, it doesn't look like we're going to have that much money, to be honest. Say well done to the team as we win 2-0 to finish the season. We can have a look at the league table. Inter Milan, top on 99 points. Juventus on 90. Ourselves on 80. And Napoli scraping to 4th place, even though they lose to Juventus in the last day, on 69 points. Lazio and Milan taking out the other European places there. Atalanta and Sassuolo, who we were fighting with for Champions League football last year, down out of European places. So we receive 14 million for finishing third. 4 million of that goes out to the team. And if you look at our finances, we've got 7 million in the transfer budget. At the moment, it says next season will be a guaranteed 1 million. So I don't know if the 7 million is including the money we have just now, or if 1 million is going to be next year's. I'm not sure, but either way, it's not a lot of money. Something we might be able to do is obviously we've got a wage budget of 2.8 million. We're currently spending 2.5 million of that. But if you look at our squad and have a look at some of the wages, Odriozola, who won't be here, is on £105,000 a week. Coutinho's on 150. Tavares, who won't be here, is on 30. Cole Palmer's only on 10. But even so, when you add that all together, that's about £300,000 a week in wages. So that'll put our spend next season to 2.2. So we could probably reduce the wage budget a bit and maybe try and add some more money into our transfer budget. But you can see overall our balance is not great, but hopefully Champions League football will help us. So yeah, looking at the job centre, there is not a lot of options open. Verona, who only just stayed up, Metz in Ligue 1, Alaves, who have been relegated actually, and La Liga, not really jobs we'll be looking for. Ancelotti is very insecure there in Real Madrid. And then Spezia and Atalanta in our division. Villarreal's insecure. AC Milan, Joachim Löw's it. AC Milan's insecure, as is Gattuso's at Monaco. But again, not a lot of big jobs available. It looks like another year we'll be staying at Roma, unless somehow we can get the Real Madrid job, but I don't imagine we'll be one of the favourites for it. So yeah, just looking at the squad here, you can see there's a lot of players who played a lot of games for us, but there's quite a few who hardly played any. Nicolas Pepe we've actually already sold. He's joining Fiorentina. We've got Desciglio, who only played 5 starts. He's out on the transfer list as well. Thielman's someone who I want to get more involved, so I think we'll try that. Cabral, we're looking to sell him as well. He's really not been great since we signed him. Another midfield option that will be added back in, obviously, is Tolisso when he returns from injury. He's obviously declined physically with him being out injured, but hopefully we can keep him technically as good as he was. Ceballos is a good option as well to be in midfield there. Looking further up, obviously we'll lose Coutinho, we'll lose Tavares, we'll lose Odriozola, we'll lose Palma, who played a lot for us. Calafiori will return to be an option at left back after his time down in Serie B. So maybe Spinazzola, who does have some clubs who want him, 30 years of age now. Could we sell him to bring some money in when you've got the youngsters in Calafiori and Christensen, who is now our first choice left back, to be honest. 7 assists in his 17 starts. Spinazzola got that in his 33 games in total, so yeah, could be an option in there. There are lots of other offers that could come in for some players, so I don't know how much of this squad will still be here. Rui Patricio obviously played all the games, but he's 35 years of age. He is declining as a goalkeeper, certainly physically. His goalkeeping's actually not doing too bad. Maybe we bring someone else in, I'm not sure. Need to see what the transfer market suggests, but certainly you can see Zagadou and Romagnoli, 2 very good centre-backs for us, as well as Giroud as well. Giroud's got a slight concern. Could we sell him? £15 million. Remember, we brought him in for free at the end of the year. If he's not happy, we could get rid of him. Romagnoli's got is wanted by Liverpool, Man United and Real Madrid. Could be cashing on him when he's aged 28. We paid £13 million for him. Could we make lots of money back? Zagadou being the young centre-back for the future, possibly, alongside someone else. Maybe like Kumbula, who's not had a lot of game time because Giroud and Romagnoli have been there. Could we get rid of them and put some of the youngsters in at centre-back for next year? Bring in some money and spend it elsewhere in the team. Maybe at right-back. That's probably a position of weakness when you think that Lazaro is our best player to play at right-back. We won't have Odriozola next year. Maybe be selling Spinazzola. Maybe be selling Desciglio. Could do with a right-back, possibly. Midfield are fairly strong. We've got a lot of depth in midfield as well. And up front, you know, you get Tammy Abraham scoring goals, as we change this to goals at the top. Cole Palmer was really good for us, but you also get Sesko when we start playing 2 up front. He starts scoring goals as well. You've got options like Thielman to come off the bench. I want to use a little bit more. This team's good. And I think we just need to stick with it another year. Unless Real Madrid take us. In which case we'll probably go for them. But yes, if you have enjoyed this episode, then please do leave a like on it. It really does help us out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you're looking forward to the start of Season 3, it's as good a time as any to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. And to leave a like so that I know you're looking forward to Season 3. We'll probably be sticking with Roma, but you'll need to stick around and watch the next episode to find out if that is the case. And until the next one, but you'll find out if we stay with Roma and we start Season 3 of Glory Hunter. We'll see you then.